My friends, it's Johann, and welcome back to another training session. And it's been 1 year since we did our first free training episode. And just for some clarity, the first episode we did, which was about a year ago, we only had one person in Clubhouse. But today, I can honestly say that I'm humbly happy that we have 41 live people on Clubhouse right now. So thank you very much for the support, my friends, and appreciate the growth of our YouTube channel as well. And if you are watching this training session on YouTube, if you can like, subscribe, and share this content with some family and friends, I'll be truly, truly appreciative. So today, guys, we're going to do a quick chat on dopamine hits because there's good and bad dopamine intakes. But if you don't know what dopamine is, listen to this. Dopamine is a chemical that provides you, in terms of your brain and your nervous system, with energy, stress management, makes you feel happy, makes you feel joyful, and it makes you think more clearer, makes you feel motivated, makes you feel like you've had purpose. So my friends, if you've got some great dopamine in you and you're feeling happy and you're feeling productive, it basically means you have a very healthy balance of dopamine intake. Secondly, if you're lethargic, lazy, anxious, depressed, overstressed, you might have a low intake of dopamine. And that could be because of the kind of intake of dopamine hits that you're going to be taking on, which we'll talk about shortly as well. So now you have a bit of a picture or an overview on what dopamine is. It's time to talk about the positive dopamine hits you should be asking for and receiving in return to have a better quality of life. So my friends, what are the 5 good dopamine hits everyone should be striving for and wanting to achieve? Number 1 is getting regular exercise, and I mean every day. So you could do things like walking, gym, running, jogging, and you might do gym 3 or 4 times a week, but you can also do a walk. And the reason why walking or running or jogging is important is because you get some natural sunlight, which is one of the biggest contributors to good dopamine hits as well, my friends. Secondly, I was going to mention sun, but we've mentioned that already. Thirdly, it's listening to good and positive music. And the reason why I think it's such a great contributor, because generally when you hear some positive music, like I'm a Christian, guys, I listen to a lot of worship and it makes me feel happy, balanced, and it provides me with a lot of hope. So naturally, my body is going to produce a lot of dopamine. Hopefully that makes sense as well. Fourth thing, something that I'm lacking, guys, and something I need to really work on my personal life is sleeping. So at the moment, I'm literally only sleeping between 5.5, 6 hours of sleep because I've got a few projects on, which is great. But at the same time, I am feeling a bit lethargic and tired. So it only makes sense for me to get better quality sleep. So that's something I'm going to work towards in the next day or two and make sure I get my 7 or 8 hours of healthy sleep as well. And the other thing that we all need to do, guys, is eat good food. So when I mean good food, I mean no sodas, no fatty foods, healthy meats, healthy vegetables, no processed food, and no real takeaway as well. And we're not all perfect people, guys. So I recommend that you have a diet of 80% super healthy and, give yourself that 20% break to indulge in the finer things of life, like chocolate or whatever your thing may be as well. So now we know what the good dopamine hits are. What are the bad ones? So there are a few, and one of them is pornography, guys. And reason why pornography is so bad, because it does 2 things. Number 1, it destroys your soul and confidence. So if you're watching that and you might get a bit of a adrenaline rush from watching it, I recommend cutting it off completely, guys. It's so unhealthy for you. And all you need to do, my friends, is go on Google and type the effects of pornography, and you're going to be astounded by the negative it has on yourself, your peers, and your friends without you even knowing as well. Secondly, cigarettes. Obvious, it's not good for you. Don't smoke, guys. Third, alcohol. Alcohol is a very, very fake intake of dopamine. And a lot of people use alcohol to numb their feelings. But guys, you got to have guts and get off the alcohol, get professional help. And that also relates to drugs as well, my friends. If you're taking any narcotics for recreational use, I recommend that you get off that crap and seek professional help without judgment, guys, because life is so beautiful. Life is so short. and you don't want to be spending your time with negative things, and surround yourself with positive people as well. So guys, this is the difference between good and bad dopamine hits. They both do the same jobs, but I think what happens with bad dopamine hits, it definitely lasts in shorter bursts. And secondly, it destroys your conscious and your soul. And number three, it hurts your confidence. So if you can put massive discipline within your life and you can get great dopamine hits, keeping it simple, exercising often, eating well, sleeping good, being a better human, having fun, you're going to live a very fulfilling, good life. Because believe me, guys, wealth is not just about one thing being money. Wealth is about being healthy, rich in income, wealth in terms of assets, spiritually wealthy, and also having wealth within your relationships as well. And if you've got all of those 5 little things under control, you're living a very, very good life. And one of my friends put this into perspective. You see a lot of celebrities, and we're just using this as an example, that, they live this lavish lifestyle. They're drinking, partying, having drugs. And then what you notice is that they go missing for a while. They have mental health problems and whatnot, because they're not looking after themselves, both internal and externally. So if you are looking at having a fulfilling life, just do the work on yourself. And we have a great question from a listener and viewer on Clubhouse right now. And Caitlin has asked, is gaming bad for you for dopamine? And that is a very good point, because I didn't mention this in this training session. So thank you very much for contributing that. Video gaming, TV, anything binge related is not really great for dopamine and not really good for your mental health, because basically it's a numbing experience. So I recommend limiting your intake to video games and TV, and get more outdoors, guys, and enjoy life and start meeting people and building up communities and things like that. So one of the things I do, guys, is when I'm not working or spending time with my wife, is spending a lot of time at church, because I get to meet some fantastic people as well. And guys, I'm also offering free coaching. So if you want, if you've got a challenge that you want to go through and talk to, I'm offering 15 minutes for free. I'm going to leave a link below. You can book it on Calendly, and I'll go through a scenario and see if we can be of service and help you out. So guys, thank you very much for everyone who's attended Clubhouse, and everyone who's watching this on YouTube as well. I truly appreciate the support, and looking forward to a greater year ahead. So thank you very much, guys. Switching off on Clubhouse, guys. Switching off on YouTube. Take care. Bye.